All right, if you're just tuning in for the second date, we're on the phone with a guy named Cheese. Well, his real name's Everett.
Yeah.
But all of his friends call him Cheese, and Cheese lives that hashtag van life. Driving an old, refurbished Volkswagen, which he uses to live off the grid. And he recently met a girl named Leah online. They drove to a scenic lookout together, had some cheddar snacks, almost rolled off the cliff.
Yeah.
Because Cheese forgot to put the parking brake on, but it's okay. Nothing bad happened. He even got a kiss out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But afterwards, Leah has put the cheese on freeze.
Can't help it.
It had to do just one.
Just please.
Okay. Please?
I like him. Stop.
All right. I'll ease up on the cheese.
All right.
So, Cheese, I never asked you this, though. We're about to call Leah. Does she know you as Cheese, or does she know you as Everett?
Yeah, no, she knows me as Cheese. I mean, I don't actually recall if I even told her my real name, but like the only thing that, I can really even think about is that I think that she just thinks it might be fun to go on a date with like a van life guy, but not necessarily like sees a van life guy as somebody who she would go out with in the long term,
See, and that's what I'm thinking too, because I'm just imagining her like coming back to her apartment, talking to her roommate and being like, oh my God, I met this guy on a Facebook page and his name's Cheese and he took me out in the van that he lives in. Like that's not going to probably go over well.
They're like, oh my God, he sounds like a cat.
Yeah, I don't know that like any of her girlfriends would be like, that's the one, nail him down,
it's like
But you
me
sound
saying
like a great guy. You do. You sound like a really great guy.
I mean, I do have an apartment,
Okay.
but I don't like to necessarily live in it all the time. I like to go off and just kind of run around
Yeah,
as
that's
much
cool.
as I can.
Cheese doesn't live in the apartment. That's Everett's
Yeah.
apartment. Cheese is the one that lives in the van.
Everett's on the lease.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. But, okay, let's just get right to this. We're going to call Leah for you and try and get you a second date, all right?
Awesome.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Leah there?
Yes, who's this?
Hi, Leah. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Do you have a second to talk with us for a little bit?
I'm sorry, what is this about?
So this is about a segment that we do called a second date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can email the show and we'll reach out to them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay.
I know it's a little bit weird, but somebody emailed us about you and he goes by the name Cheese.
Okay.
You remember Cheese, right?
She's like, I've been out with 7 cheeses.
Was it
Which
Swiss
one?
or Brie?
Yeah.
Oh, Marty, I loved him.
We're joking,
Yeah.
Leah. Sorry. We're still joking about the cheese name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are funny.
Okay. So
You
anyway,
remember cheese, though.
Yes.
okay, you do remember Cheese.
Okay.
So the whole reason that we're doing this is because Cheese had a great time hanging out with you. And he's a little bit confused about why you've been ignoring him after you went out together.
Okay.
I mean, did you feel like it was a cool date that you guys went on?
Yeah. I mean, the date was good.
I feel like you're being very short with us.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel really weird answering these questions. This is very weird to me.
I
It is
understand.
an unexpected interview.
But we're trying to help out a guy who's really confused after having what he thought was a really romantic experience with you. And so we're just hoping to get him a little bit of answers, a little bit of clarity on why you'd be blowing him off.
I mean, I think you can understand, like, the dating world's hard right now. So when you meet somebody that you finally feel like you clicked with and then it doesn't work out, I don't know, you can go to desperate measures like contacting us to try to figure it out.
I mean, I understand that, but it was one date, so.
Right.
Okay.
So is it not going to be another? You didn't have any intention of calling him back?
Nope, definitely not.
All right. Well, I mean,
Oh.
is there a reason why you were turned off by Cheese?
Yes.
Okay.
The date was fine. Like we had a nice time together. He was funny and was very cool. But the next day after our date, I had some police officers get in touch with me to ask me questions about the van that was parked at this convenience store that we went to.
Oh, wait. You said police called you?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Because they saw you inside the van?
No, I used my credit card at the store. So, and then they saw me get in the van. So they knew I knew the person.
Wait, is he like
So-
linked to some crime or something?
I have no idea, but the whole thing was very weird. I don't know what's going on.
Whoa.
So I just don't want to be involved.
I don't
Oh.
blame you.
That
Not
is-
fair.
That's really sketchy.
Yeah, it's really sketchy.
You are much more rational than I am. If the police contacted me about some dude I went on that drove a van around, I would be immediately calling that guy and being like, what the hell, man? What's going on?
Yeah.
Are you a criminal? Tell me.
But for real.
Be honest, criminal.
I want nothing to do with it. I'm not going to call him. I mean, I told the police like all the information that I had, they can investigate it and,
Yeah.
But you don't
yeah.
even know what they're investigating? What are they investigating?
I think that the van was stolen. I'm not sure. So I,
Okay.
Wow.
Well-
So not only is he hashtag van life, but he's hashtag stolen van life.
I mean,
yeah.
we definitely want to get to the bottom of this because we spoke to Cheese and he doesn't sound like that type of person.
It's always those, though, Jeffrey.
I know, but I guess
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Exactly.
You tell me if he sounds like a criminal because he's actually on the other line listening and he heard everything that you said.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Leah, hey, it's Cheese. Oh my God, I need to tell you what happened. Like, you do not have the whole story here. That is crazy. Oh
Okay,
my God.
hold on, Cheese. Give her a second. Like, she didn't even know you were there, man.
Okay.
Wait, so you set this whole thing up on the phone too? Like, is this like a scam?
No, not at all. It's actually just a giant misunderstanding. Like, I just was wondering why you didn't call me back. So that's why I called the radio. And like, I wanted you to, just to see. But like, the whole thing about the van is not what you think at all. Like,
Okay, well, yeah, so get to the point, Cheese.
Yeah, dude.
What's
Are you-
going on?
Are you a criminal or not?
Well, here's what happened. So I actually converted this van. This is a van that I converted.
Uh-huh.
I sold it to my buddy, who's also like does some of this stuff. He actually helped me out on this van, right? So he was on vacation. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go take the van right now because I don't have one right now that's working. So anyway,
What? So you did steal the van.
no, I totally just borrowed this van. It was like my van to start with. And here's the thing. He came back early and he totally thought that the van had been stolen. So he like called the police and like he had no idea that I had taken it.
Leah, are you buying any of this? Does this feel right to you?
I mean, I guess that sort of makes sense, but
Yeah.
you lied to me about telling me you own this van, saying it's yours, and it wasn't.
But it was mine before, and I mean, it just wasn't mine at the time of the date. And I'm sorry, I didn't say that, but it was like, just a lot to kind of say because, like, my friend helped pay for some of the repairs, and then so he had it. So it's like, we're still buds. We work on some of this stuff together, but I'm working on a new project right now, and like,
All right, Cheese.
Okay.
All right, Cheese.
Jeez.
You're,
Lots
you're
of-
explaining a lot here. Leah, what are you
well,
thinking
that's
here?
why, yeah.
No, Cheese, I got you. I got you. It's a very complicated process where you borrowed your friend's van.
Yeah.
The whole thing is too much. Like, I don't believe anything that you're saying. I mean, this is so much
what?
drama. We went on one date and look at this conversation. It's ridiculous.
Well, hold on,
It is
Leah.
a lot of drama. I mean, like, Cheese, you would understand, like, if the police called you about some person you went out with, like,
Yeah.
after only hanging out once, that's a big red flag.
Okay,
It's
but
like a banner.
All the drama aside, like, did you have a good time with Cheese? Did you connect with him?
It doesn't matter. It's
Oh, I
like,
think it does.
I barely remember the date as a result of all of this.
Okay.
I will say in his defense, he's not in jail. So obviously, like, he didn't do anything.
Or
The
they
cops
couldn't track him down
investigated
because she didn't know his real name.
Well, and to be fair, we don't know that he's not in jail. This call could be collect, so
I mean, he'd steal a van for you. That's really nice of him, actually.
Oh, Alexis is on board now.
I admire that.
Yeah. Like, that's romantic.
well, look, Leah, I mean, I don't want to send you out with a felon, obviously, but maybe you could do some background checks and see if his record comes up clean. And if it does, we'd love to send you out on another date with Cheese, and we'll pay for it.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Okay.
I saw that one.
I was very polite.
I mean, Cheese, did you learn anything out of this whole process?
Yeah, I mean, I would have told her about like the whole misunderstanding with the police and everything that happened. It just like I didn't even really get a chance, like.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking maybe you learned not to take your buddy's van without
Yeah.
asking, something like
Yeah.
that.
It was my van to begin with, and then I sold him that one, and I'm working
Yeah.
on
Okay.
another
Yeah,
one.
you told
we
us.
got it.
Yeah.
Cheese learned nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just in case, I mean, if this happens again to me, like, is it cool if I, like, write you guys back again and maybe you can help me out again?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're going off the grid now.
Yeah.
Bye, Cheese. We get hundreds of requests for second dates every single day. So when we're sorting through them, trying to decide who we should call,
Yeah.
it takes something kind of special for one to stand out to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this email definitely jumped out because it came from a guy who goes by the name Cheese.
That is a way to get your email answered for sure.
Yeah, and everybody loves cheese.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Love that Cheese. So I was like, we're definitely calling this guy.
Cool.
What's up, Cheese?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Dude,
Oh
is
my
that
God.
your legal name?
Of course not.
Nah, it's not.
Oh, no? What's your legal name?
I mean, Everett. It's just an old nickname.
Cheese is
All
way
right,
better.
Cheese.
Sorry,
Okay.
but
Do you want us to call you Everett or Cheese?
No, man, everybody calls me Cheese.
No,
Oh my God.
it's all
Cheese.
right.
I feel like I would have bought something off of you in college for some reason.
Yeah.
So
We had the good stuff.
Yeah.
tell us about the girl that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Leah, and well, it's kind of funny because I'm into like converting old vans, and like I belong to a couple Facebook pages about it.
Oh my God, that's so big right now.
It
Yeah.
is. I've seen
like
a lot of it.
Van life forever.
No. You have to put the hashtag in
Well,
front
I
of it.
did,
Okay.
but it's just only in my head.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we were just on this Facebook page, one of those van life pages. I actually forget which one because I'm on a few of them, but like we started DMing a little bit, and you know, we had a lot in common. Like,
Cool.
you know, she doesn't have a van, and like she doesn't do conversions, but like she's into it and she wants to do more stuff like that. And
Yeah.
she's like into like more like living off the grid kind of life and stuff. But
So she's probably a big fan of our show. Really big and off the grid communes. I don't know if you know that.
yeah, I mean, like to be honest, like I don't really even listen to you guys all that much. But
What?
I was telling my buddy about the situation, and he's like, "Oh, you should totally call these guys."
Oh, okay.
So tell us a little bit more about Leah and what you guys did for your date.
Well, I mean, just because we met through the whole van thing, I decided, I was like, hey, if you want, I'll bring my van over and you can check it out. And, you know, maybe we could just go driving around. And
Normally, that's like a scary sentence.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Come on, go check out my van. We'll just drive around or whatever.
Don't tell anybody where we're going.
But she was like, yeah, let's take a ride. And so I kind of like, it was like nearing sunset. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like go over to this like pretty scenic overlook.
Okay.
And like we stopped and got like some, you know, just some like snacks, some crackers and cheese and stuff. And then it was like,
Cheese, of course.
Yeah.
Gotta
Serving up
trademark.
big cheese. I mean, I think those are kind of the best dates, though, where they're understated, they're not over the top expensive. It's just you in a romantic setting, stuff in your face with cheese.
And, yeah. And it's something she was really interested in. I mean, like she joined this van life Facebook group because she wants to know more about vans. Now she's getting the
Yeah.
up close tour.
Yeah. What was the vibe that you were getting from Leah on the date?
it was pretty chill. I mean, like, she's super down to earth, and she's not granola, but she's like definitely doesn't wear a lot of makeup, but you know, she's still very pretty, you know, and
I mean, were you saying some of this stuff to her directly? Because
no,
Okay.
but
Well, that's
yeah,
good.
I mean, it was just really cool, and then we just hung out and talked and just like showed her, you know, kind of what I'd done with the van because I like
Yeah.
handled
Was
it.
there any chemistry though? I mean, because maybe she wasn't looking at it as a date.
I mean, it could be, but we did end up like kissing at
Oh.
the end of the
Oh.
Okay, we didn't get to that part.
Okay, so it was a date.
she was
Van-
pleased with the cheese.
That's his tagline.
No, but there was only one like kind of weird thing happened like the whole time, but it wasn't a big deal or anything. But like I had forgotten to put on the parking brake.
Oh.
Oh no!
So things got a little exciting as, you know, we were kind of like rolling towards the cliff.
No!
Oh, my God.
The wrong way.
I mean, but it was not like a big deal. Like we barely even went. That was the only thing is she was like kind of like
Freaked out.
understandably so. Like,
Yeah.
Was that before or after the kiss?
oh, it was before.
It was before. Okay, so she still kissed you
Yeah.
afterwards.
Was that planned?
Planned?
Yeah,
Did they
did
try
you-
to like push him off the cliff
Well-
on
So
purpose?
he could be like a hero.
You know,
Exactly.
the hero, and like when you
Exactly.
put a little bit of like fear into a woman's heart, it gets the endorphins going, the adrenaline, and all of a
Let's
sudden
not.
it's like, "Ooh, you saved my life!" Like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which is why on every date, every guy should put their dates in danger.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's how our
Little
female
bit.
brains work, but
No, I mean, that's not really how it went down. Because, like, trust me, I was a little freaked out myself, like.
All right.
Okay.
So, I mean, the only reason I'm asking is because we've had a lot of instances on this show in the past where guys will purposely do something
Yeah.
to make themselves look good. But
Yeah, exactly.
it's good to know that was just an accident.
Yeah, no, that's not how it went down. It's just like, I'm good by myself, I don't need to,
oh,
That's right,
to
cheese.
try to do any underhanded thing.
Yeah, no sleeves from cheese.
No.
So how did?
Just stop rhyming.
No, it's
No,
gonna
yeah,
keep
you get-
happening.
I
It's
kinda
gonna
like
keep
it.
happening.
Do not ease the cheese.
That's
Oh
right.
my god. Okay, you guys.
So cheese, how did the date end?
I just kind of like drove her back to her house and we're sitting there for a while. We're talking a little bit more. And then, we just shared a kiss and it wasn't like,
Aw.
it wasn't a makeout session, but it was like a nice kiss. And then,
Oh,
okay.
she took off and like, I'm figuring like I'm going to get to see her again because it went so well. And then like nothing since then.
Nothing.
So, and the only thing I can think about is like, I'm like pretty geeky about my van and like, it could be the kind of situation that she's just like, that was a little too much for me
Yeah.
or because a lot of people have felt that way before, but like,
A lot of people have felt that way before.
Everyone I've ever shown my
Oh,
man.
Look
cheese.
at cheese. At least you're honest,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, at least you know you're a little van nerd.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Leah for you, and we'll try and get you a second date. All right, cheese.
awesome. Thank you.
All right, hold.